Newcastle got out of a pickle late last Saturday, I think, but they're still showing some pretty reasonable form up to then. Are you expecting at least a better quality, a better looking game than we saw against Perth as well?
Yeah, I guess so. Newcastle are a great team and they've shown that in their previous games, but I mean, yeah, they came back from a 1-0 down, I think it was, and they won 2-1, which is still good for them. And they come in with some good form, and yeah, really good game. They like to get forward as well a lot, and they do that very well. So we'll be looking at them and we'll analyse their game and see how we can expose their weaknesses. And yeah,
they seem to have a much more positive approach to season 2, and I think, as an observer, Adelaide does as well. So it could be a pretty physical encounter.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll be physical. A lot of attacking and defending as well. I mean, it'll be all aspects of the game. In the game on the weekend, and hopefully it'll be a good one.
You expect any more red cards?
I hope not, because yeah, we got 2 last week, and yeah.
How are you going to cope with obviously Daniel out?
I think there'll be a bit of a reshuffle, but I think we have the players for it, and our squad, we have really good depth in our squad this year, and I think the players that will fill their roles will step up and do a great job, and we have 100% belief in the players that play on the weekend.
Do you have a hand ready?
I'm not too sure. He was training with us today, but I'm not sure whether he's ready.
Just, I was asked before this before, things that have changed here, like the rondo, it wasn't done this morning. It was religiously done under the Spanish coaches for 4 years. The pitch is marked, it's got separate lines along the box in the centre, broken lines. But tell us first about the rondo and which of the lines.
We still do a bit of rondos here and there, but not religiously like we did last year. I'm not too sure. I think it's just sort of different styles that the coaches play. I mean, he still likes to keep the ball and play the ball, but not extensively done this year. But we still do it, which is it's good fun.
So, what's the difference? Did the coaches previously demand that you get out there and just keep the ball between yourselves and play pig in the middle, or was that consciously done by the club? And Marco, what's he said?
I think last year it was part of the warm-up, of the routine sort of thing. Each training we did it. We still do it similar to we do this year, but obviously not as much. But Marco, yeah, I couldn't really. I'm just going to put it down to the different styles and what the coach prefers to spend more time on, things like that.
And just the broken lines on the pitch, what is that all about?
That's more to do with positioning. I think when we trace when the ball's on either side, depending on where the ball is on the pitch, we sort of use the lines to guide to where we need to be.
So tactically, does that help you on game day because you've got the picture, the mental pictures that how it's working?
Yeah, well, it acts as like a guideline. So if we're pressing one side, we know how far to be in, how far to be out. So that translates to the game. I know there's no lines in the game, but we can sort of, within 5 minutes of it. So.
But you've got to say it's helped because the lines have been really, really tight, and it's difficult for any team to get in between. And when they do, you're in trouble. But it's difficult these days.
Yeah, it helps us keep compact and shuffle as a team. And yeah, it's hard to back our lines down when we're so compact. We've got players really close to each other and in good positions.
And do you have an idea, or can you give us an idea who might step in for Adelaide in Gritcho?
I think Vinny was on the bench last week, so he might come in for his first game. And in the previous weeks, Kiddo was getting reshuffled to left back for Garicha, and then Oach was coming in, so possibly that, I think.
Obviously the team showed a lot of resilience, speeding victory the way we did, going down to 9-man. News this morning is that Donovan's going to be out for 3 months with a groin tear. Does that give the team a bit of confidence ahead of the game on the weekend?
I mean, whoever they put out in the field, I'm sure he'll be a quality player, but we haven't really focused on players being out and players who's playing and who's not, but we'll tackle the game as we tackle any other game, as if anyone was playing.
Just looking at the goal scorers at your club, you're leading both competitions with 5, and Kiddo's got 4. So 9 between the 2 locals. Is that a bit different? Obviously last year you were getting there, but you weren't scoring. This year you're actually scoring.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I scored mostly in the FA Cup and haven't really put many away in the A-League, but Kiddo's here doing awesome. He's scored 4 goals now and he's doing really well, and now Bubba and George as well opening the accounts, and yeah, it's sort of coming together for us now in the middle of the season, and that's what we need really. We need good goal scorers and you need to score goals to win games, so it's helping us a lot.
I guess you probably need that 7-week period anyway with a new coach and a new squad. It's going to take a little while to gel.
Yeah, of course. We're gelling pretty well now, but I mean, we've still got not a long way to go, but we can definitely improve in terms of gelling as a team. But yeah, as the games go on, we train more and play together more often, and it will become good.
Do you feel you got more license to attack and just have a crack when you see an opportunity coming up? That's the impression I've got watching.
Yeah, I mean, this year the wingers and the number 9 stay more together when we go forward. When the ball's on either side, the other opposite winger would tuck in and act as a false 9, which brings us closer to the goal, and it gives us more opportunities to score goals as we're closer. When we win the ball, we don't have to run 50 metres to get to the goal. We're right there. So.
An observation was made a couple of weeks ago that Adelaide had the highest shot rate, the lowest conversion rate. Is that a reflection of the tactics this season in terms of, as I say, have a go when you see that chance?
I don't think so. I think it's just sometimes they go on target, sometimes just not lucky enough to get on target. I mean, it's probably not luck, but more, I don't know how to put it, like more efficient in front of goal, I mean. But at the end of the day, if we're getting a shot, you're not going to score if you don't shoot. So I mean, maybe it's a good thing that we have enough shots.
Just with regards to Ben Ferruccio getting the second yellow, has the referee's bosses come in and said, because I looked at it again last night, it was just kicking the ball up to him. He didn't actually muck around and juggle. He got on one foot, got it up, got it to his hands, and I thought it was a bit harsh. Have the ref said anything about it?
No, I haven't had anything, but I don't know. I don't know if the referee was on yellow, or I'm not sure, because I've watched the replay, but I didn't really see it in real life. But yeah, no, I can't really comment on that. I'm not sure.
So no,
I haven't seen it.
They haven't come to you and said, "Don't do that."
Oh, in terms of no, I haven't heard. No. I mean,